That's why women take their clothes off when they want to protest and they want that attention, because they know that's what gets them attention. Even the lizard brain figures that out at a very early age. Okay, so what you have is you've got women between like right around 23 is where I peg women's sexual market value peak years. Okay, yeah, there it is. That's that. Perfect.
There's the graph, baby.
Perfect.
Boom.
There we go. The infamous graph.
Let's expand that a little bit, Chris.
So at the top of that, at the top of the pink bell curve right there, you see that I hit that at about 23 is the top of the peak right there, and that is where women are at the peak of their agency. That's when guys want to get with them the most. In fact, we can look at the stats from the book called Dataclysm, I believe it was, and it's a list of stats that was aggregated by I think it was OkCupid, the owners of OkCupid.
Okay.
So we now have like access to data where we can figure these things out, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things they figured out is that women like right around 22, 23, 24 years old are what men report across the board from age 15 all the way to 105 say that is the age that they find women the most attractive. That's when they want to bang those chicks, right? 22, 23, 24. That's the chick for me. When it comes to women, it staggers. So when a woman is, say, like 20 years old, she's looking for a guy who's about 23 years old or 25 years old, somewhere around there. And if she's 25, she's looking for a guy who's 28 years old or just a slightly older maybe. And statistically speaking, women look for guys who are anywhere between 3 to 7 years older than they are, depending on how old the woman is. Okay, and so that's, again, this is from the book Dataclysm. And so for women, it's the staggering. As a woman gets older, she's looking for a guy who's still older, but of around the same. So a 33-year-old woman looking for a 36-year-old, 37-year-old guy, right? That's statistically how it goes. They report that's the guy that they want to get with. Now, we'll get to the Pareto principle here in a second, but I wanted to point this out because if you look at the timeline on the age right there, from the age of 18, and I've never said this on this show before, from the ages of 18 to 28 years old, right before the epiphany phase, that 10-year span for women is a crucial time in a woman's life. That is when she is most able to optimize the alpha fucks side of hypergamy. That's when she can get the hottest guys, as we know, because that's when guys report that this is what we want across the board, right?
Absolutely.
45 years old, I want a 23-year-old.
Yep.
50 years old, 70 years old, I want the 23-year-old. 15 years old, I want the 23-year-old.
She's in the strongest negotiating position to optimize her
she
options.
has her agency, her power, her ability to control her own life or get the things that she wants according to her sexual agency. That's when she's at her peak.